to tell them what we're doing?
Sure. We are going to go over the baseball stadiums that we've been to and rate them on different questions.
Yeah, that I have set up. We're going to have 3 interviews. Well, 4 actually, because me.
Yeah.
So her, me, Dad, and Kinley. All going to be interviewed. Now she's starting.
Okay.
Ah, farted. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Okay. What would you rate the price out of 5 stars about the Orioles?
The price for the Orioles game out of 5 stars, 5 being the best, right?
Concession stand too. Yeah.
And like not just tickets, the food and stuff too. I would give it a 4 because it had some really good deals for the kids, and the tickets were reasonable, and we got to sit kind of close for not a bad price.
Yeah.
So it wasn't bad.
Okay.
I'd give it a 4.
Now, what would you rate it? The atmosphere out of 5 stars.
The atmosphere at the Orioles was pretty cool. They had really cool things for the kids. The fans were pretty nice, and
I mean, it was a 1 o'clock game, so
it wasn't super crowded. The weather was fabulous, though.
True. Cool.
There was lots of people. The atmosphere is really cool because it's got that building on the side. I thought that was neat.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite part.
Now, what would you rate the cleanliness out of 5 stars?
The cleanliness? I think the cleanliness was pretty good. It seemed really clean, and it hadn't been raining or anything, so it was nice and dry. It was good.
Okay.
I'd give it a 5.
What did you give the price out of 5 stars?
Give the what?
Price. What star?
4.
Okay. What did you give the atmosphere?
The atmosphere?
Sorry, I didn't pay attention.
I'd go 4 too.
Okay.
On that.
What would you rate the quality out of 5 stars?
The quality of the game itself, or like the tickets?
Well, I mean all of it. Kinley, we can see you. She's back there. Don't worry about it.
The quality of the game was very good. And like I said, the weather turned out really nice. Our seats were really good. The only bad thing about our seats there is that we sat in right field, and we had that one wall on the side, on the left side, that kind of cut off our view a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. So I'd give it a 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
All right.
Why did you rate the price at 4 stars?
Because of the kids' meals that they had. Wait, was that there?
Yeah. No, that was...
No, that was somewhere else. So actually, let me change that.
Remember the price stand?
Yeah, they had the refillable soda though, the $4 refillable soda,
That-
and the value meal. So I'm gonna give that one a 5 star because that was really cool because we could get lots of different food for like value meal stuff, like popcorn and pretzel bites and all that,
Yeah.
and pop. So I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm sorry, I was confused.
I like what you said.
Okay.
We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do Citizens Bank Park because
Okay.
you know those were the 2 we just recently went to.
Okay.
Same questions.
Okay.
So, what would you rate the price out of 5 stars?
That one was a little higher, but I don't know how
was-
much that had to do with opening day.
Yeah.
They had the cool kids concession. That was neat. So I would go 4 on that, I think.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the atmosphere?
The atmosphere at Philadelphia, it was freezing cold. That didn't really have anything to do with them, though.
No.
The atmosphere was pretty good. The fans were excited, even though it was freezing cold and raining. So that was cool.
Phillies fans are known to be one of the rudest fans in baseball, and I didn't think they were super rude.
I didn't think so either. I mean, we didn't encounter that.
I mean,
I would say I'd give that a 3.5 stars.
okay. But what did you give the price? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention again.
No, I think a 4.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what about the cleanliness?
Cleanliness? I didn't find any problems with that either. Seemed pretty good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 5.
5. What about the quality?
The quality of the game itself and the tickets and all of that, pretty good. We had Let's see. Like I said, it was freezing cold and it started to rain, but luckily we were under an overhang.
Well, yeah, because you're cheapo depot.
That worked out nice. Our seats are good though. I think the quality, I'd give it a 4.
Okay. I think a dog wants to see you.
Oh, look. Did you want to talk about baseball stadium? Okay,
Yeah.
come here. See, I missed you while you were at the baseball stadium.
So,
Good. Lexi, you're famous. Say hi, YouTube.
okay, now, why did you say 4 stars on the atmosphere? Or was it 5?
I think it was 4. I thought the atmosphere was really good. People were nice and friendly. Even though they were cold, they were having a good time.
Yeah.
We also got that cool giveaway t-shirt. That was neat.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, very little amount of cuss words. I mean, you hear that everywhere, though.
Right?
So, they weren't
That's
really
true.
rude or anything.
We don't like that. We don't like
They
cuss
weren't
words.
yelling at the umpires at all. I like all of it.
Okay.
So, you're up now. Or I'm up now.
Okay.
You get to
You
be
should
back
probably
here.
stop this video.
Yeah. Say bye.
Bye.
Now she dropped her phone.
Thanks for all your questions. Hi, Connor. How are you?
Good.
What are we doing today?
Well, I mean, you already said it, but we're rating the ballparks that we just went to over spring break.
Okay. Here we go. First question. Are you ready?
About
The
which
first one we're going to do is Camden Yards,
Okay.
the Orioles. So tell us what you thought about the price. Although I noticed you didn't have your wallet out.
I didn't bring my wallet.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. It was really good because, I mean, like she said, there were refillable soda, and they also had like a value station, so everything was cheaper than like a lot of other places.
Yeah, like what kind of things?
What do you mean?
Like what kind of things were cheaper?
Oh, like they had peanuts, they had popcorn, they had hot dogs, they had pretzel and cheese, they had pretzel bites and icing.
Yeah.
They also had like nachos and cheese
Offer way cheaper.
for
That
like
was
$4
awesome.
for each one.
Right. That worked out good.
Pretty cheap.
Good for a family of 4. Okay, what would you rate the atmosphere out of 5 stars at Camden Yards?
I mean, there wasn't obviously very many people there. It's a 1 o'clock game, but
In the middle of April.
yeah, on a weekday. So, but they had all their fans were like the way they the sound they had that they put out was like the charge thing, and the fans were really into that, like let's go O's and stuff like that.
That was cool.
That
And
was cool.
did you notice how they did the during the national anthem they did O's, and then when they sang Oh Say they said Oh. Really loud.
Yeah,
That was cool.
I did forget about that.
What do you think cleanliness out of 5 stars at Camden Yards?
I mean, every ballpark gonna have some trash somewhere.
Right.
It's not in a trash can. It was pretty clean, so forgot to raise the price on the atmosphere.
Go back.
Five for the price, 4 for the atmosphere. But the cleanliness, I'm gonna give that a 3.
Okay.
Just because like ballparks can't be perfect. I seen a lot of gum on the ground.
Ew.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When me and Dad were behind the plate when you're in the bathroom.
I see. Okay, what would you rate the quality out of 5 stars?
I'm gonna say 4.
Okay.
Because the seats were, I mean, a little wet. It did rain, but
Yeah. It dried up pretty quick.
yeah, it did.
Did you not like that wall either? That wall bugged me.
There was a lot of puddles too. Like they had a lot of
Dip.
dip in the concrete and stuff.
Okay, and then it says, why do you think the quality? Why do you think that?
Yeah.
Of the quality?
The third thing you asked me, I don't know what it was.
Cleanliness?
Okay. Cleanliness, I think that because, like I said, not every ballpark's gonna have, like, it's not gonna be super clean. But I mean, when you've got trash in a lot of places and gum on the ground, I mean, it's not great cleanliness.
What about the bathrooms? Did you think they were clean? They're a little bit older.
I never went into the bathrooms. I never went in.
The whole time?
No.
Huh. The bathrooms are too bad. Okay. Do you want to move on to Citizens Bank?
Yes.
Okay, Citizens Bank Park, the Phillies. What do you rate the price out of 5 stars? Again, I do not remember seeing your wallet, so that's weird.
No.
Anyway.
But the price was decently good for that kid's pail.
That's true.
Like
$12, you got like what? The hot dog, the chips?
Juice box, chips, orange
Applesauce.
slices, and granola bar. So, I mean, that's pretty cheap. And you get a little bucket, you know.
Right.
Obviously said pail.
Okay, that was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay, so what did you rate it?
I'm going to say 4 because, I mean, 12's a little high. It's
Okay.
just like...
All right, so what about atmosphere at the Phillies, Citizens Bank?
I liked it a lot. I mean, there was obviously more people there than at Camden Yards.
It was a night game too, though.
Yeah, that's why. And it was also opening day. So.
Right.
But
And there was a giveaway.
And there was a giveaway, yes. But even the top sections were like pretty full.
Yeah, I agree.
And they were really loud. They were respectful to the players and the umpires and the coaches and stuff.
Okay, so tell me about give me a star rating on that atmosphere. The Phillies.
4.5.
Okay. Cleanliness out of 5 stars at the Phillies. You did go to the bathroom there, I remember that.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't remember that. But I did. It was the bathrooms were clean.
Were they?
Yes, they were.
Good. It's always a plus in my book.
Yeah. They were. It wasn't very spaced out in there, but the floor in the stadium on the concourse and stuff like that, I didn't see much trash. Not really. There was a lot of people that had trash, but I didn't see any.
Okay, so what would you give it, Adam?
So I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay. What would you say the quality of the Citizens Bank Park was?
I'm gonna give it a 4 because the seats were they were not comfortable, obviously, but they weren't dirty or anything.
Okay.
That I noticed.
Tell me about the kids stuff in Philly. What was there to do?
Oh, there was so much.
Yeah, tell me about that.
I got to, they had a wiffle ball field that you can take some swings on, and
That was
when
your
you
favorite.
finish hitting, you can field it. That was my favorite. Then, I did a pitching thing, it clocks your speed.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a hot dog launcher. It's definitely my second favorite one. And then
Yeah, where you shot hot dogs into the air and had
I
to
tried to hit
targets.
the target.
That's cool.
I wasn't very good at it, but and then my least favorite one, obviously, because I'm scared of heights and stuff like that. So it was like a rock wall type thing, and they had little slots that you could put your feet in and grab onto. And and in my opinion, I got the hardest wall to climb.
Yeah.
Because there was a 5-foot gap, and
In your
I'm
opinion.
only 5 foot.
I see.
So,
I see what you're saying. That was cool.
It
What would
was
you
cool.
rate that
It
out of
was
5
cool.
stars?
the kids stuff,
Yeah. In Philly.
I'm gonna give it a 5. They really had a lot.
Okay, and then, let's go back to the Camden Yards really quick. Their kid stuff. They had that playground.
Yeah, for babies.
Yeah, that wasn't really for you. And then
Yeah, I mean, they said ages up to 12,
they had a pitching
but I
thing.
mean, they would think I'm older than 12, probably. But they did have a thing where you bounce the ball off and try to hit it on the targets, and then they also had something that you could throw into a catcher's mitt, kind of like the Phillies thing. It just didn't clock it. And they also gave away high chew if you did it.
That was cool. You like it, Candy.
I love it.
What would you rate that out of 5 stars? Camden Yards kid stuff.
3.5.
Yeah.
It was just kind of weak, compared to the Phillies. They had so much And it wasn't like blow up stuff in the Phillies either.
Yeah, it was like permanent stuff.
Yeah, it was like they built it in there.
Okay. Well, I think you're done. Tell everybody goodbye.
Bye, Kinley. Okay, so want to tell them what we're doing?
Well, so we're doing the no, I know what we're doing.
She doesn't know what we're doing. Okay. We're
But
rating the ballparks.
yeah, but don't mind my mouth. Like I just ate a ring pop. So.
It's still in your hand.
Yeah.
She takes another lick. Okay. So I'm going to do you on. It's the first time I'm gonna show this. Only time I think. Camden Yards. This one right here, and we're also going to do Citizens Bank Park. Those two, because we just went there over spring break. So, my first question is, what do you rate the price? Obviously, me and you didn't bring a wallet or anything. We didn't pay for anything. But what do you rate the price of Camden Yards?
Well, I don't really know anything, so I'm just gonna say like.
Remember the value station? Remember there was a refillable soda? That was super happy.
Okay. We'll give it a like.
Out of 5 stars.
Oh.
Someone just gave it a 6. Come on.
4.
4? She gives it 4. Okay. Fair. I don't know if me and her rates on that really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what do you rate the atmosphere out of 10? Like, this is an awesome interview. This is gonna take like 3 hours. No, I'm kidding. I'm already on question 2. But the atmosphere is what, like, how loud the fans are. Like, like
They were probably like maybe 4, probably.
you're gonna say 4. She has no idea what she's.
No, 5.
What?
5.
No.
Yes.
Can't change your rating. She has no idea what she's doing. None whatsoever.
I just want my ring pop.
She just wants a ring pop. It's fair. Okay. What do you rate the cleanliness out of 5?
What's that?
How clean it is?
Oh, you said I thought you said cleanness.
I said
was like,
cleanliness.
What the? 2.
2?
No, 3.
No. Can't change your rating.
3. Chill.
Okay.
Chacho.
Just me and her in here right now, so it's getting a little wild. Kidding. But, okay, so what do you rate the... I'm not even going to ask you the quality question. What do you rate the kids' stuff they had to do in Baltimore out of 5? Like, they had that play place, they had the throwing stuff.
3.
3? Okay, respectful. I gave it a 3.5, so, I mean, pretty good. Pretty fair rating. Okay, now we're on to Citizens Bank Park. The first one we went to. Okay, what do you rate the price at 5?
3.
3? Okay. Atmosphere at 5.
5.
Okay. Cleanliness out of 5.
4.
Kids stuff we had to do out of 5. Because they had like the rock wall, they had the hot dog slinger, they had the pitcher, they had the thing.
Probably 4.
4? Fair rating. Okay, so you had the longest interview yet, and I took away a question for hers.
Am I
She just
done?
wants that ring pop. She just asked me if she's done. Okay, so go lick your little ring pop somewhere.
Yay! It's my friend. Bye bye guys.
That is her ratings.
I can show you my friend.
I'm good. Don't listen. Don't listen at all. Oh, now she's back in in the pilot seat and stop.
Action.
Okay, so you want to tell them what we're doing?
What are we doing?
Okay, so you're ranking Camden Yards and Citizens Bank Park.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
ranking Camden Yards and Citizens Bank Park.
Okay. It's gonna be weird, but what do you rate the price out of 5 stars at Camden Yards?
For tickets,
Just all around, like.
all around, for ticket pricing, I thought the tickets were reasonably priced, especially for lower level seats. We had really good seats out in right center field.
Yep.
And I thought concession prices were very reasonable. We had, there was a place called the Value Deal or Value something.
Yeah.
It was cool. They had hot dogs and nachos and pretzel bites, popcorn. Everything was $4, and then they had a refillable soda cup for $4, which is good for me
Oh
because
yeah.
I drink a lot of liquid.
Yeah.
And $4 for unlimited soda, I think might be the best deal in baseball.
What do you rate the atmosphere out of 5 stars? Oh,
Mm,
sorry, I didn't get your rating for the price.
Oh, for price, I would
Yeah.
give it probably a 5-star.
Alright. Now the atmosphere question. What do you
Okay.
rate the atmosphere out of 5?
I'd have to see another game like on a weekend night. We were there on a
On a
midday, like a Tuesday. Actually, it was a Thursday.
It was a Thursday
It
at
was a
1
Thursday.
p.m.
Thursday at 1 p.m. So there wasn't a whole lot of fans there because everybody was at work and the kids were still in school. So the atmosphere was a little weak. Definitely seen better atmospheres, but I think if it was a weekend game, it would be a lot better.
I feel like the atmosphere there, even for how little number of people there was there, I mean that was a pretty decent atmosphere.
Yeah, it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The fans were into it, and,
Yeah.
Especially
those
when
kids that skip school to watch the O's rule.
yeah, especially when the Orioles hit the home run.
Oh yeah.
They got pretty loud. It was pretty neat.
So what do you rate that out of 5?
I give it probably a 3,
3?
For the game that we were at, but I'm sure if it was a sellout or close to a sellout, it'd be a lot better. So
Yeah.
give that particular game a 3.
Yeah. Cleanliness out of 5 stars.
Cleanliness, I thought it was very clean.
Yeah.
I didn't see any trash laying around. All the staff was friendly. I give it a 5 on cleanliness.
Okay. So, what do you rate the quality of the stadium out of 4 or out of 5? Sorry.
Quality of the stadium,
Yeah.
I give it a 5-star. I thought the the old brick building in the back in right field was really cool to see.
Yeah.
And the concourse was very neat, kind of unique, something you don't see a lot at most ballparks. So I give it a 5.
Okay. And the last one for Camden Yards. What do you rate the kids' stuff out of 5?
They definitely didn't have as much kids play area as other stadiums that we've been to, but they did have the kind of the play place and some other little games set up. Probably out of all the stadiums we've been to, somewhere in the middle, I would say. I'd probably give it a 3. Definitely could be better, but not bad.
Okay. Now, we're going to do Citizens Park now.
Okay, Philadelphia.
What do you rate the price out of 5 stars there?
Ticket prices were definitely higher in Philadelphia. With dynamic pricing, you never know what you're going to get price-wise. But ticket prices were definitely higher. They were probably twice as much per ticket.
I mean, it was opening day.
It was opening day for sure.
Yeah.
So that played into it. But ticket prices were probably twice as high as they were in Baltimore.
And we were in higher seating.
And we were definitely in the 400 level at Philadelphia, so we paid twice as much for seats 4 times as far away from the field. So I give it probably a 3-star for
Okay.
pricing. Overall, I mean, concession stands were reasonably priced. I didn't think they were too bad.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really go to any but that one.
Yeah, souvenir sodas were about the same price at Philadelphia as they are anywhere.
Okay, now what do you rate the atmosphere in Philadelphia out of 5?
It was pretty hopping. Of course, it was opening day, and it was pretty close to being completely full. So
It was really cold.
it was cold.
It was
It was
really
very
cold.
cold,
So-
in the low 40s and windy and spitting rain.
Raining,
So,
yeah.
but I'd say the atmosphere was pretty high. I'd give it a 4.
Okay. Now, what do you rate the cleanliness out of 5 stars?
Cleanliness. It was also a pretty clean stadium. It was pretty neat too. I would give it probably 5. It was clean.
5? Nice. Okay, quality out of 5 stars.
Quality.
Like, of the seats and like, what, like the stuff that they had to do, like.
Overall, I mean, I think the concourse was pretty standard for what you see at most ballparks.
That had a statue.
They did have a neat statue. They had the big bell out front. I thought that was cool. Concourse was pretty standard, what you see around most ballparks. The kids' plays area was really neat. They had the wiffle ball field and the pitching, and the hot dog launcher and the climbing wall. So I thought there was a lot of cool stuff for kids. So overall, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay, hold on. Now, what do you rate the kids' stuff out of 5?
Oh, I just kind of answered part of that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I'd say the kids' play area was up there, probably close to some of the best we've seen.
Like, they had a full-on dugout for that wiffle ball field.
Yeah, that reminded me a lot
the White
of
Sox.
the White Sox. Yeah. Overall, but the Philadelphia, the wiffle ball field was definitely nicer than the one in Chicago at the White Sox Stadium. So
But I like the one in Chicago a lot because it was up high. And you could, like,
yeah,
see
that
out
was
the
neat
field.
too. I'd say for the kids zone, I'd give them a 5. They were right up there with some of the best that we've seen.
Nice. Okay, that's all I had.
Cut.